This video will show you exactly how to get to level 1000 in Fish, no matter what level you are. This guide has literally everything you need to know about Fish, how to get your first rod, how to upgrade your rods until you eventually have the best rods in the game and are level 1000. So no matter what level you are, this guide will 100% be of use to you. And since I know you guys may be at different stages in the game, I put timestamps in the description so you could skip to whatever part you are at in your Fish journey. Anyways, let's get right into it. Subscribe if this helps. Starting off at level 0, you will have the flimsy rod, which yes, it is the worst rod in the game, but don't worry, there are some things you can do to get the next rod very quickly. And guys, the absolute fastest possible way to do this right now is literally just use codes. Yes, there's only a few codes that actually work right now, but any of the codes in this video should get you to at least 2,000 credits. I'll show you exactly which ones to put in. First code is RFG. This one should give you 2,500 credits. The second code is Northern Expedition. This is how you spell it, Northern Expedition, and this one should give you 1,000 credits. The next code, you guys, is New Year. Very simple. This should give you 1,000 credits as well. The Golden Tide code should give you 2,000 credits. This code, Atlantean Storm, watch how you spell it because I can't spell for anything, but you guys should be able to spell it. This one should give you 1,000 credits. Now this one is Sorry Guys. This one should give you 1,000 credits as well. And the last one, if this one still works at the time that you are watching this video, use the Kraken. But yeah, as you guys can see, I have already redeemed it. But yeah, basically this should get you to 2,000 credits and give you enough to get a boat to get out of Moosewood. But if you can't do that for some reason, or the codes don't work, and just if you want to do the tutorial in general, make sure to talk to this guy, Pierre. He's going to give you about 3 quests. They're very simple quests. All they do is just fish. Literally all you have to do is fish for them, and they're very simple. And that will also get you to around 2,000 credits. And why am I saying 2,000 credits? You may be wondering, you guys, because once you have 2,000 credits, this is when I recommend for you guys to get the carbon rod. This is when we begin the next step in our journey, which is carbon rod to steady rod. So guys, go ahead and pick up the carbon rod. You should be able to do it if you did all the code things. And then talk to the shipwright, and you guys are going to buy the cheapest possible boat. It should be the rowboat, which is, I think it's only like 500. But to be honest, you guys could either buy the surfboard or the bass boat. Literally any boat that is like any boat that you can afford and also have the carbon rod. But I'm gonna flex on you guys real quick with my molten jet ski. Don't be mad at me, but yeah, you're gonna have to make the trip to Roslit Bay. If you guys don't know, Roslit Bay is the next island that you should go to. It is straight across from Moosewood, making it very easy to find. You literally just go straight and you will see the text come up on your screen, Roslit Bay. Guys, go straight over to Roslit Bay. It is time to grind here. This is the first point where grinding like actually matters in the game. I would say take your carbon rod. Let me equip it real quick. But yeah, guys, literally take your carbon rod, fish in the lava. It won't be lava for long. Like, there's just an event going on, so if there's not lava, do not be worried. This is still the right spot that you guys should be at. But yeah, all you guys want to do is fish right there in this little like section. It should be like a reef, but right now obviously there's a lava event. Anyways, guys, fish there until you have 7,000 credits. And if all the codes that I said in the beginning, or if you looked up some codes and already have 7,000 credits, that's when I suggest for you guys to get the steady rod. But yeah, the steady rod costs 7,000 credits, and it is it's an okay rod, but you are going to need it to grind for the next rod I'm about to tell you guys about. Okay, so now you guys need an upgrade from the steady rod. So the upgrade actually used to be the Arctic rod, but the Arctic rod got nerfed really badly. So the Arctic rod is not recommended to get anymore. The rod that I actually recommend getting is the Depth Seeker rod. This rod is really good, and yes, it costs 45,000, so you will have to grind all the way to 45,000 with your steady rod, but trust me, it is 100% worth it. Real quick, I'm also going to go over the best fishing spots in the game depending on your level. So this next part of the video is just going to be me telling you that. So anytime you need to know what spot to fish at, just come back to this part in the video and just rewatch it. Anyways, I will be going over the 3 best fishing spots based on your level in Fish. From beginner to absolute pro, we have 4 different sections, all right? And in each section, we are going to have the 3 best fishing spots. So yeah, if you guys want to know the best fishing spot for your level, make sure to watch to the end of this video and subscribe if it helps. The first group of fishing spots we are going to go over is absolute noob. And by absolute noob, I basically mean anyone who is from level 0 to level 20, all right? This is for my beginner fishers, my people who are new at the game. This is going to be the most useful section for you guys. And speaking about useful places, Moosewood is the 3rd fishing spot. I know, it's actually not a good fishing spot. Yeah, it's not, but hey, guess what? If you're a beginner, fish here, all right? It's the best fishing spot, not the best, but it's the 3rd best fishing spot for beginners, because when you start, you can't fish anywhere else. You can't get a boat unless you want to swim to Roslit Bay. You have to fish here until you're at least level 5, and I wouldn't recommend leaving till you have the carbon rod. And if you didn't know, the carbon rod costs 2,000 credits. You can buy it right next to the merchant for 2,000. Anyways, guys, the next spot actually does require a boat. So if you are a noob and you do not have a boat, unfortunately, you can't make it to this spot, all right? But this is the 2nd best spot for absolute noobs, and I am talking about the neighbor of Moosewood. I am talking about the one and only, the great Roslit Bay. Specifically, this place right here, not this spot, but basically this spot right here is like, it's kind of like a coral reef. Like on this little ledge, either right here or this little ledge is where you can catch, I guess I would say, the best fish for your level. Like, no, it's not a great fishing spot, but if you're level 5 to, I'd say, 15, that would definitely be the only fishing spot you should be fishing at, because to be honest, you guys can't catch much fish. But eventually, you guys are gonna need to upgrade, which is why I will now be going over my number 1 spot for beginners. But if you want to get to this spot, you are going to need the steady rod at minimum, because there are some heavy fish here. So if you aren't a heavy hitter, if you don't have a heavy hitting rod, you're not going to be able to catch these heavy hitting fish. But yes, guys, I am talking about a spot right near Roslit Bay. And that spot in particular, right behind Roslit Bay, is called Grand Reef. Why can't I see it? Not Grand Reef, but a spot in Grand Reef called the Atlantean Storm. Basically, the Atlantean Storm is all these parts here with these little tornadoes. If you fish in here, you are technically in the Atlantean Storm. And even if you have a steady rod, which is kind of a bad rod, since its max kg is so high, you can catch any fish here super easily. Well, I wouldn't say super easily because you have -60 lure speed, but pretty easily because you can catch it due to the weight limit. But yeah, this is the best spot to fish for absolute beginners in the game. Now we are going to go on to noob but better, all right? These 3 fishing spots are for people who are noobs, but you know, not complete noobs, all right? This is from level 20 to 100. And the 3rd spot, I'm actually gonna leave the server because I don't think I have any strange whirlpools in this one, but I'm talking about the depths. Basically, I'm not saying the depths because it's a great spot to fish for actual fish. I'm saying the depths because it is the best spot to fish for enchant relics. And if you are around this level, that is 100% when you should be enchanting all of your rods. But yeah, to actually unlock the depths, you need to unlock the entire Vertigo bestiary. And if you don't know how to do that, I actually have a full guide on my channel that I will link to this video if you just click the I in the top right corner. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, this is what the depths look like. And basically, you have a 1 in 100 chance of catching an enchant relic here. But if you have luckier rods, it's actually a very much higher chance. So yeah, if you guys want to enchant your rod and get really, really good enchants like the steady enchant, which is actually kind of meta right now, or the hasty enchant, which is also very meta for a lot of rods and super important for beginner rods because, you know, they're slow. But yeah, that is the 3rd spot I recommend for people who are noobs, but you know, a little bit better than noob. And the 2nd spot, I'm not going to explain it very well because, you know, I already told you about this spot, but it's actually the Atlantean Storm again. I don't really have to show you, but it's in the Grand Reef if you didn't know, which you should because you've been watching the video. Anyways, all right, on to the number 1 spot for people who are noobs, but not really noobs, all right? I'm talking about a place that is at Roslit Bay, but not actually at Roslit Bay. It is in in Mariana's Veil. This spot is OP, especially right now. So if you are around level 20 to 100, fish here now, because I'm so confident this spot will get nerfed soon. Anyways, I actually have my spawn point set here so I can just teleport there. I'm talking about the volcanic vents, and not just the volcanic vents, specifically the volcanic vents at night. Sorry, not night, at day. All right, okay, do not fish here at night. Only fish here at day. And if you didn't know, you can actually change it to daytime no matter what time it is by using sundial totems, but you probably should already know that. But yeah, basically, when you guys fish here with a really good rod, or to be honest, just the best rod you have, you almost always catch a mythical. Let me actually show you guys this in action. Is this gonna be a myth? Yep, it's literally a mythical. First cast, it's always gonna be a mythical here. It's really OP right now. And matter of fact, it's night, but when it's day, it's even better for mythicals. Anyways, you guys, now on to the intermediate fishing spots. And I know this is a huge level gap, but this is from level 100 to 1000. Yes, so all the way to 1000. That is what I consider intermediate. And the third spot for intermediate players is actually volcanic vents again. Once again, this place is absolutely busted, and I would have it higher, but it is going to get nerfed soon. I'm very confident it's going to get nerfed soon, which is why I only have it at number 3. And for number 2, I have Abyssal Zenith. I'm not going to show you guys how to get down there because it takes so long, but I will link a guide to the full Mariana's Veil update if you guys want to know how to get down there. But yeah, Abyssal Zenith, very good money-making spot. Not quite as good as the volcanic vents right now, but if it gets nerfed, which I'm sure it will, Abyssal Zenith, very strong spot for money. Now onto the number 1 spot, which is Challenger's Deep. Once again, I'm not going to show you how to get there, but Challenger's Deep specifically at night, and specifically with the Challenger's Rod. Basically, if you have all of those things, you get the fastest XP possible in the game right now. 100% if you actually have Clever on your Challenger's Rod, which would make it so you get 2.25 times more XP. But yeah, all right, last things last, if you want to get to level 1000, you need to go into the Challenger's Deep and just spam fishing as much as possible until you're level 1000. And once you are level 1000, that is when the final 3 spots I'm about to tell you guys about will actually be useful to you. Spot number 3. All right, I know I said it 2 times already, but it's volcanic vents. Once again, this spot's busted, especially for money right now, and especially during day. But I do have 2 spots that I've never mentioned before that I would reserve for only pros. And for the second spot, second best spot, which I would say for money, because why would you need XP? Because you're already level 1000. But yeah, second best spot for money in the game for pros is the Calm Zone. Takes a while to get to. You should already know how to get there. If not, once again, watch my guide, yada. But yeah, Calm Zone, super OP spot. You can even catch the new secret fish, which I haven't gotten yet, but I'm sure you could trade that for a ton of fish. And overall, the Calm Zone is just a great spot. And speaking about great spots, right behind the Calm Zone is the Veil of the Forsaken, which is super annoying to get to, especially because they don't have a portal. Like, if they had a portal, I would probably just set my spawn there. But if you do set your spawn in the Calm Zone because you're just on your fish grind all day, the Veil of the Forsaken is currently the best spot right now for pros. Technically, right now, the volcanic vents is actually better for fishing, at least for money, but that's only right now. I'm very confident that that's going to change. Also, if you guys are fishing AFK, you can't really change it to daytime all the time, which would probably make volcanic vents not as good. But yeah, overall, best spot in the game is the Veil of the Forsaken. All right, I hope this helped you guys no matter what level you are. But yeah, once you guys actually have your 45,000 for the rod, you can't just buy it anywhere. You are going to need to unlock Atlantis. So now I'm actually going to show you guys exactly how to unlock Atlantis. Strap in. But to get it, you have to unlock a place called Atlantis, which is what I'm going to show you guys right now. I will show you how to unlock and where to go to get to Atlantis. The first step to unlocking Atlantis is pulling every single lever. But the good news about it is they're all at one island. This place is called Forsaken Shores. So just remember, wherever you are, just go out until you see the text. And as you guys can see, it's like a dark maroon type orangish red called Forsaken Shores. Go to that island and welcome to Forsaken Shores. It's really, really simple. The 5 levers. The first one is right behind the merchant. And it's literally right here. All you gotta do is pull it. I've already pulled the lever, but I'm just gonna show you where everyone is. There's 5 levers. Also, can you guys see my Roblox name? I want to get my Roblox profile to 10,000 followers. I don't know why, but either click the link in the description or search up Roblox Liker 303 and just follow my Roblox account, please. I want to be famous. Anyways, guys, the next one is next to the skin merchant. To get to the skin merchant, you have to kind of go up this little hill here. And once you see that pirate ship or whatever it is, just go right here and it's right behind the merchant. If I could find it, and wait, sorry, it's actually next to the merchant. So the merchant's here, the lever is right here. That one's very simple, and that is lever number 2. Now for lever number 3, start going up this ramp until you see the waterfall. Guys, keep on walking and go right behind the waterfall, and that's where the 3rd lever will be. It is literally right here, not hidden at all. Now the 4th lever, you guys, just keep on climbing up. You guys are going to have to go to the very, very top of Forsaken Shores and find the bridge. I would say keep on going this way, and you can just jump on top of this cave and then keep on jumping, go on top of this mountain, and then you can actually jump on top of these rocks if you're really, really nice about it, and then go around, and then you can literally just like find a way to climb up the mountain. All right. It's not that hard. But once you guys are at the top, the lever is literally right here on the side of the bridge. That's lever number 4. And the 5th and final lever you need to unlock Atlantis is right here. So if you guys see the skull, go right into it and you're going to find a cave. Guys, walk right into this cave and the lever's right here. It's literally, this is the cave. The lever is right here on the right side behind this little wall. And once you pull all the levers, it should say the treasure has been revealed inside of the skull. Go get it. The skull is this little cave here that I'm looking at, but you actually have to go inside of the eyes of the skull to do this. So yes, I know it's kind of annoying, but you have to go all the way back up. Or alternatively, you can push the one on the bottom first so you don't have to go all the way back up, but whatever. That's just the order I did it in. So I'm sorry for making you guys go back up, but yes, go back up. Once again, go past the waterfall, climb up the ladders, and you aren't going to have to go to the very top. So make sure to follow my exact instructions because this is important, you guys. But climb up that ladder, keep on going straight, and the eye is right there. It seems pretty simple, but yeah, just jump in the eye. Boom, 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 jump in the eye, and there is the treasure right here. Do not talk to the pirate. He is a pirate. But go behind the pirate and talk to this TNT. Not talk to it, but grab it. All right, you can press E to grab it, and it's gonna put 3 TNT in your inventory, you guys. This is literally exactly what you need to unlock Atlantis. But all right, guys, now I'm going to show you how to actually use this TNT to unlock the Atlantis location in Fish. Go to a place we all know and love called Grand Reef. I don't know why I went the other way, but yeah, it's literally right next to Forsaken Shores. But yeah, guys, go right over to Grand Reef, and you guys are going to have to go underwater, which if you didn't know, you can drown in this game. So real quick, I'm going to show you guys how to get diving gear to not drown. There's 2 types of diving gear. The beginner one you can get at Moosewood. I'll show you the exact location. It's right next to the shipwright. It costs 3,000 credits. And this is the most simple diving gear. You technically don't need it, because I would actually recommend the advanced diving gear. But like, if you can't get the advanced diving gear, which costs 15,000 credits, just get the basic one. I'm pretty sure you can still unlock Atlantis with just the basic diving gear. But now I'm going to show you guys how to get the advanced diving gear, and for this you have to go to the Desolate Deep. You don't have to swim in it, and that's a location you guys probably don't even know what that is, but I'm gonna show you guys exactly where it is. So if you see the Statue of Sovereignty, just keep going straight behind it. The hard thing about this one is you can't see it on the map, so follow this very carefully. First, you're gonna see this rock. Go straight past the rock and keep on going straight until you see a buoy, and if you see this arch, you're also still in good shape. keep on going straight, maybe a little bit diagonal to the left, and yep, I just passed it. But yep, compared to the arch, it's right next to the arch almost. And this is the Desolate Deep, not above, but below ground. That huge coral formation is the Desolate Deep. And we can talk about that in a second, but right now you guys just need to know about this advanced diving gear. It costs 15,000 credits, but this is the only diving gear you will need almost in the entire game, unless they add a new one, but this is still the diving gear I use to this day. We can get into more ocean stuff later, but right now we're talking about Atlantis, but we will get into the Desolate Deep later in this video. Anyways, guys, once you have either basic or advanced diving gear, go back to ground beef. What the heck am I talking about? Go back to Grand Reef. It is finally time to explode and unlock Atlantis. To equip your diving gear, just click on it in your inventory and then tap your screen. Then make sure to equip any other item just so you don't accidentally unequip it. And then if you have super flippers unlocked, you definitely don't have super flippers. Let me be completely honest. But if you have any sort of flippers or anything, use them real quick. I will tell you guys how to get them later in the video. And then go straight down into the water. And this is where you're going to have to unlock your TNT with this wall right here. This is where you get the Heart of Zeus. So make sure to go in your inventory and equip your TNT. And then once you have your TNT, go down right in front of this little rock structure right here, and you're going to place it right in front. And it's going to say TNT slot. You're going to hold E on it, just swim right into the ground and then back up so you don't blow up. And then you can just watch it explode, but you have to detonate it first, obviously. And boom, you guys have almost unlocked Atlantis. Go right in here, swim all the way to the bottom. And now that I think about it, you definitely need advanced diving gear to do this. But once you guys swim in the bottom, you're gonna wanna take a left, go right past these vines, and then swim up. And matter of fact, no, you can do this with basic diving gear. Anyways, guys, go straight to the back of this hallway, and that is where you will unlock the Heart of Zeus. I can't grab it, but you will be able to grab it and hold it in your inventory. So yeah, congratulations, you are about to unlock Atlantis. This is literally all you need to unlock Atlantis. Now it's actually getting there and showing you the exact location, which is very simple. Just swim right back exactly where you came from. And wow, okay, never mind, it's blocked off. Well, if it is blocked off, don't worry, just use your Heart of Zeus, but you have to use it in this exact location or it won't work. And okay, yep, never mind. So yeah, sorry guys, if that happens to you, just leave and rejoin the game. That has honestly never happened to me before, but that's a little bit frustrating. Anyways, guys, go right back to Grand Reef / Atlantean Storm once you guys have the Heart of Zeus. And instead of stopping in the Atlantean Storm, we are going to go all the way to the middle island of the Grand Reef. And right here is where we have to use our Heart of Zeus, right on this little hole or whatever it's called. Equip your Heart of Zeus and click it, and it will bring you straight to Atlantis. Congratulations on unlocking Atlantis. Now let me show you exactly where the Depth Seeker Rod is. Basically, once you guys are in Atlantis, you're just gonna want to look for the merchant. He should be somewhere around here. And yes, he's right in front of this little anchor here, and you can actually buy the rod right next to him for 40,000 credits. Keep in mind, this is also where you buy advanced diving gear as well as super flippers and regular flippers, which are basically items that you need to actually fish and basically dive in this game. Like if you want to go underwater, you will drown unless you have the diving gear. And to unlock the next part I'm about to actually show you guys, you don't need the diving gear, but eventually you are going to need the diving gear. So it is good practice to probably just grind and try to buy it as soon as possible. Quite literally, you should buy it before the Rod of the Depths, because you cannot get the Rod of the Depths without diving gear. But anyways, right now you guys just got your Depth Seeker Rod, so the first thing I kind of recommend to do is enchant it. And if you guys didn't know, there are a ton of enchants in the game, like Lucky, there's Ghastly, but the best enchants in the game right now, depending on your rod, are Hasty, Clever. Like those are the best ones, and the one I recommend to get on the Depth Seeker Rod is actually Hasty, because as you guys can see, it has a lure speed of 55, and if you get Hasty on this rod, it takes your lure speed of 55 and makes it an insta catch. So you are gonna definitely want hasty, and for that you need to get enchant relics. And the only annoying thing about enchant relics is the best way to get them is unlocking the depths, which is the place that you should fish if you want to catch as many enchant relics as possible. The only problem about unlocking it is it actually is kind of a process, so I'm gonna actually have to cut to another guide of me telling you guys how to unlock the depths in the best possible way. And if you guys don't know what the depths are, it's basically this spot right here. It's not only one of the best spots to fish, it's the best spot to catch any type of enchant relic. And if you guys ever want any type of chance of getting the rod of the depths, you 100% need to have this spot unlocked. First thing is first, you guys are absolutely going to need to find a strange whirlpool. And this is basically how you get to the Vertigo, which is the area right before the depths. As you guys can see, there's one right here. It's very common to find them right between Roslit Bay and Moosewood. Honestly, that's where I usually find them. And it's kind of just proven that they're almost always around these two spots. Anyways, guys, do not jump right in it right away. And if it doesn't have this line all the way through it, it is 100% not a whirlpool. You are looking at a regular whirlpool, not a strange whirlpool. But yeah, I'm telling you guys not to jump in it because the first thing you guys actually have to do is fish here on top of the whirlpool to get the first fish of the Vertigo bestiary. And when I say Vertigo bestiary, I'm basically talking about if you open your bestiary in your inventory and then go to Vertigo, you might not have it unlocked, but if you actually do go in there, you will. And once you catch the Isonade, you will also have it unlocked. But yeah, basically the very first fish I would suggest to get first is the Isonade, because this is the one that most people have trouble with, and you can only catch it outside of the whirlpool. And you can literally catch all these in the whirlpool. So like, I would just say catch the Isonade first and then catch everything else in the whirlpool. And the best way to actually catch the Isonade is with truffle worms, which I don't suggest using because they're just really expensive. So just use whatever your best rod is, whatever your best bait is, and just fish here for a while until you actually get the Isonade. And then, yes, I'm about to actually tell you guys again not to go in the whirlpool. First thing you guys actually have to do is go over back to Moosewood. Depending on where you are, Moosewood may be very close to you. But I'm telling you guys to go back to Moosewood because you need crab cages. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Basically, these things right here, night shrimp, you need to catch them with crab cages. You cannot catch them with your rod, all right? The good news is crab cages are really cheap and super easy to get to. They're right next to the merchant at the Moosewood Island, and you can literally just buy a ton of crab cages. I would suggest literally just buy like 200. It costs like maybe 8,000 credits. You would also be fine probably buying 100. To be completely honest with you, these fish are very common. I mean, as you can see, the night shrimp, it's literally the very first thing in the Vertigo. Anyways, guys, once you have caught in the Isonade and you have also gotten your crab cages, it is finally time for you to actually jump in the strange whirlpool. And yes, I literally mean jump in it. Get out of your boat and literally jump inside it. Don't worry, nothing bad's gonna happen unless you weren't fishing on a strange whirlpool, then you will drown. But if it actually was a strange whirlpool, it will bring you to the Vertigo, and this is where you are going to catch the rest of the fish and officially be able to unlock the depths. But yeah, guys, it's basically like this little pit, and you can just go straight all the way to the bottom. As you guys can see, these guys here are on their grind and definitely trying to catch some Vertigo fish, and they're probably trying to unlock the depths themselves, just like you guys. If you guys are like them, make sure to subscribe and join the Ayze family. Anyways, first steps first, go ahead and just grab your crab cages and just place them all around these lily pads, all around the water. And note that you cannot place them while you're in the water, so you just have to kind of stand and just place them as many as you can. You do have to space them out as well, which is a little bit annoying, but it's all right. And once you have placed as many crab cages as you possibly can, then and only then is when I recommend for you guys to start fishing. Because yeah, if you do the crab cages after, it's going to be annoying because they can take up to 5 minutes to actually fully like catch things. And yeah, these guys have obviously been placing a lot. But anyways, once you guys have all your crab cages down, just literally fish here and you will eventually catch everything. The good news is everything else is down here and it's actually not that hard to catch. Even the exotic, which is the depths key, which I'll show you guys in 1 second. It's this thing. Oh, that's not it. It's this thing right here, this depths key. And even though it is an exotic, it is just super easy to catch along with everything else. So just keep on fishing down here until you actually get everything. And real quick, I will show you just these things real quick, just to help you a little bit. If you're having a little bit of trouble catching the twilight eel, come right over here next to the red crystal. And if you are having a little bit of trouble catching the spiderfish, just fish in this spot right next to the small lily pad. And once again, for the night shrimp, you guys just have to literally get your crab cages when they finish. And when they finish, they're basically just gonna have a yellow exclamation mark, and then literally all you have to do is just go ahead and press E on it. As you guys can see, all of their ones are starting to go right now, and then you can literally just hold E on it. I can't do it because these aren't mine, but if they are yours, you will be able to do it, and you should get the night shrimp very easily. I mean, the night shrimp are super common. Anyways, you guys, I have the depth store unopened, and it's literally just right above the spot you guys were just fishing at. But once you get everything, including the depths key, just go ahead and hold up your depths key, talk to this little ghost dude right here named the Keeper, and he's basically gonna say a couple things to me. Obviously, he doesn't want to talk to me because I already opened the door. He just wants me to shut up and say goodbye. But if you guys do have everything, you should be able to go through the depth store and officially unlock the depths. Well, the only problem is there is a little bit of parkour. And not only is it bad parkour, but literally once you step on it, the rocks start shaking and will fall if you wait for too long. So make sure to finish this parkour as quickly as you possibly can. I've fallen here as too many times to count, and I am a little bit embarrassed about that, but it is what it is. Hey guys, if you made it this far, you have officially unlocked the depths, and all I have to say right now is congratulations to you. Basically, fish in the depths for a while until you stack up a good amount of enchant relics, then come to this location here, the Statue of Sovereignty. This is how you are actually going to enchant any rod in fish. First things first, come to the back of the cave that is at the Statue of Sovereignty and ask this dude in the back to use the elevator. You're gonna have to pay him 400 credits, but it's chill. It's 400 credits. And then you can just hold E on the elevator lever to just go to this place, which is actually called the Keeper's Altar. Basically, guys, the Keeper's Altar is where you are going to enchant your rods. And just so you know, you cannot enchant your rods if it is not nighttime. So you either have to wait at nighttime or use this thing, which is called a sundial totem. And to be honest, you won't need them in this video, but if you want them, you can find them at Sunstone Island in the cave. But yeah, basically you just take your enchant relic, come right up here, make sure that you have your rod equipped, and you can just hold E on the altar and say yes, and then you just do this until you get hasty. And now that you have hasty, supposedly, obviously I don't have it, I don't need it for this video, but yeah, if you guys have hasty, it is now time to do the biggest grind of the entire game. Yes, this takes a long time, but it is worth it. And this is the grind to get the Rod of the Depths. This rod is really, really good, and you absolutely need it to upgrade from any rod to any rod. This is basically the base rod to basically go ahead and do whatever you want in this game. You're gonna need this rod first. But yeah, it costs 750,000 credits, so you're gonna have to take your Depth Seeker rod and just absolutely grind until you get to 750,000 credits. Then it will be time to actually get the Rod of the Depths, which is actually another process. So I'm gonna have to show you guys right now the best way to get to the Rod of the Depths and fully unlock it. It's a little bit of a process, but with this guide, it'll be super easy. Let's go. First things first, you guys, to get the Rod of the Depths, you actually need to unlock the depths, which sounds pretty obvious, but for some reason, some of you guys don't know how to get into the depths. And to get into the depths, you basically have to find a strange whirlpool. And if you guys don't know what that looked like, it's basically a whirlpool with a line through it. So this here is what a regular whirlpool looks like. And if you jump in that, you will literally just drown and die. But the strange whirlpool literally has like a line going through it. If you guys are in a private server, I recommend switching to a public server just to make it way easier, because a lot of times they take a long time to spawn in private servers. So yeah, just make sure you're in a public server and then look for a whirlpool that looks like this. But yeah, this is what the strange whirlpool looks like. Most of the time it spawns right near Moosewood or Roslit Bay, especially at this little island right behind Moosewood. That's the best place to find them. You may be thinking, oh, should I jump in? No, do not jump in. The first thing you guys have to do is actually catch the Isonade. And to catch the Isonade, all you have to do is keep on fishing into this little whirlpool until you actually end up catching it. The best bait to use to actually catch the Isonade is the truffle worm. But yeah, literally just keep on fishing in here until you catch it. It is kind of rare. And then before jumping into it, make sure to go and buy some crab cages, or you will kind of be cooked once you get down there, because there's still some more fish that you need to get. And some of them actually do require crab cages, which you can buy right here next to the merchant. They only cost 45 each, so I would honestly say just buy like a ton of them. Like, you probably only need 100, because the fish you need to catch with the crab cage is literally a common fish. So don't even worry about it, to be completely honest. But yeah, once you guys have the crab cages, you have caught the Isonade, you can actually just go ahead and jump into the whirlpool. And this will bring you into the Vertigo. I'm not going to go in how to catch all the other fish, because basically all you have to do is go right down there to the bottom and literally just fish until you catch them all. This is very debatable, but I would say the rarest one is actually the depths key. This is the final thing you need to actually end up going into the depths. But yeah, once you have caught in every single fish that is inside the Vertigo bestiary, and most of them are actually really common except for the depths key and the Isonade, but they're still very easy to get. You guys can talk to this dude, the keeper, right in front of this huge door, which is actually the door to the depths. If you have everything, he will literally just open the door for you, and you guys finally will have access to the depths. This place is very important because it is the highest possible chance to catch enchant relics, and you guys are going to need some enchant relics for the next step of this guide. Anyways, yeah, once you get into the depths, you're gonna have to do some pretty easy parkour. I have fallen on it before. I will admit it's a little embarrassing, but the parkour is pretty easy, all right? Anyways, once you guys are in the depths, literally just start fishing anywhere. You don't need to do anything yet because you don't have everything you need. But start fishing anywhere and try to get as many enchant relics as you possibly can. As you guys can see, I'm absolutely stacked up on these. But what we are actually trying to get is this big abyssal enchant relic. It doesn't need to be big, but anyways, you need an abyssal enchant relic and a hexed enchant relic. The hexed enchant relic is super easy because you can just catch an enchant relic and then appraise it and make it a hexed enchant relic. But the abyssal one is, oh my goodness, so many people keep asking me for abyssal relics, so I'm just gonna tell you guys a really quick and easy way to do it. Do not, I repeat, do not ever try to appraise a regular enchant relic into an abyssal one. It will not work almost like 99.9% of the time. Probably less percent chance than that. What you always have to do is get a rod that has abyssal. For example, this abyssal champion's rod. And basically, when you fish in the depths, you have a high chance of catching an abyssal relic, because every time you catch a regular relic, it has a 10% chance to be abyssal. So my advice to you guys is come here and just catch as many enchant relics as possible, and then just go back out of the depths. If you guys don't know, the fastest way to get out is by using these conches right here, conception conch. You basically just tap it and it brings you right back to wherever your spawn point's at. But yeah, once you guys have a good amount of enchant relics, you can just go all the way over to the Statue of Sovereignty, which is this way. Anyways, once you are at the Statue of Sovereignty and you make sure that you have all your enchant relics ready to go, I would say save up around like 10 to 15 and you'll probably get the abyssal with that amount. And then you talk to this dude Cole. He's in the back of the Statue of Sovereignty. Ask him to use the elevator. You're gonna have to pay him 400 credits, which honestly, it's not that bad. That's not much at all. And you can go ahead and use the elevator right here. And then all you guys have to do is come all the way to the back over here. And I'm just gonna equip my Tempest Rod so I can show you guys what I mean. And literally just get any enchant relic. It doesn't matter the mutation, and just enchant it until you get abyssal. It may take a long time and you might actually lose all your enchant relics, unfortunately. But if you're really lucky, you should get it within just a couple of tries. And I am not really lucky, but you guys get the gist. All you have to do is do that until you get an abyssal rod. And once you get an Abyssal Rod, just fish in the depths until you get an Abyssal Enchant Relic. All right, now we're gonna talk about the Hexed Enchant Relic. So for this one, we're gonna go to Moosewood. And once you guys are actually at Moosewood, you just need to go to this little stand in the back right next to the merchant, and then take your enchant relics, talk to this appraiser lady, and keep on pressing, can you appraise this fish? If you guys just keep on clicking that, eventually you will get Hexed Enchant Relic. The best way to do it is when there is a mutation search. It's an event that once in a while basically happens, and that'll just make it way easier to get the Hexed Enchant Relic. But it's actually way easier to get the Hexed Enchant Relic than the Abyssal one. But yeah, that's how you get that. That's how you get that. And the next thing you guys need is actually $750,000, which you can probably get by fishing in the Atlantean Storm, because I'm sure most of you guys don't have the Mariana's Veil locations unlocked. But if you guys do, fish in the Abyssal Zenith. Anyways, guys, now what you're going to want to do is just find another strange whirlpool. It is finally time to actually get the rod. The only kind of annoying part about it is you have to do this maze, and if you die during that maze, you will lose all your progress. So make sure to watch this next part very carefully. Yeah, first things first, you guys have, oh, that's not a strange whirlpool. Okay, so this is what happens if you go into a regular whirlpool, but whatever. I'll just go to the depths and I'll let you guys know what to do next. But yeah, once you guys are in the depths and you have your Abyssal Enchant Relic and you have your Hexed Enchant Relic, the next thing you guys need is diving gear. It needs to be advanced or you will not be able to complete this, and preferably flippers. All right, if you have super flippers, even better, but it just makes this next part faster because you need to go through a really long maze. And this rod guide is completely updated, so I'm making sure not to cut at all while I'm in the maze, because I know some of you guys complained in the last one about that one. So yeah, this is how to 100% complete the maze and open it up and get the Rod of the Depths. First things first, you guys, come right over to the back of the depths. That is the maze. For some reason, it is already open, but if it's not open, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to open it. You have to climb right up this waterfall behind the maze, and once you climb up, just come right around the ledge, and that will be the altar where you actually are going to place your Hexed Enchant Relic. Boom, boom, boom. You guys can go ahead and put it in there. Then for the next one, you can come right down here. It is literally right in front of the maze hole. This is where you put your Abyssal Enchant Relic, and I'm actually not going to waste this one because the maze is already open. But if the maze isn't open, it'll open up once you do those two things. Watch very carefully. The next part is exactly how to finish the maze and get the Rod of the Depths. If you fail it, you will die. The maze door will most likely close while you're coming back here, and you will be very sad. Anyways, first step, jump in the maze. I'm going to talk the whole time and make sure I do not cut at all, because I know some of you guys really need to make sure this part is good. Anyways, come straight down here, straight through this thing, and when you see these two ways, go right under this blue crystal here. Keep on going straight, keep on going straight. Take a little left right here, straight. Do not go that way. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Boom, 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 boom. Once you guys see this little area here, go right through the red crystal. Don't go through that little crack. Keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Once you see this next crystal, it means you are just completely on track. You guys are doing so great. Keep on going, and then you kind of just have to hug the left side of the wall and just keep on going until you guys are at the very end. And once you guys see these little parts right here, you want to take a left and then keep on going straight, and boom, that is literally exactly how you complete the maze. You might need to pause a little bit and just slow that part of the video down if you need some help. But yeah, this is where you get the Rod of the Depths for 750,000. Now that you guys actually unlock the Rod of the Depths, you are officially ready to basically go on your own. Not go on your own. I'm going to give you guys 3 routes that you can actually go depending on what you want to do in the game. So the first route I'm going to give you guys is called the stacked inventory method. Basically what this means is you kind of really just want to catch cool fish. You don't care too much about money or levels. You really honestly just want to catch cool fish. The second method I'm going to go over is what I like to call the money method. This is if you don't care about levels, you don't really care about cool fish, you just want to stack up as many credits as possible. That is method number 2. And trail number 3, which is probably what a lot of you guys came for, is what I like to call the XP route. All right, this is the XP XP route. And it is the fastest way to go from level 1 to 1000, or not 1 to 1000, but from having this rod, the rod of the depths, all the way to level 1000. But yeah, let's get into each of those 3 methods right now. Stacked inventory route. So if you want to go this route, there's a couple ways you could go about it. You don't need to get all these rods, but I'm just going to tell you all the rods that you should get if you really want cool mutations and just a stacked inventory overall. The easiest one to get is the Voyager rod. Honestly, this one's not that cool, but if you want to catch fossilized enchant mutations just way faster, I would say definitely get the Voyager rod. It's super easy to get. It costs like 15 to 20k. The next one is the Midas rod. No, this rod is not that good, but you can catch Midas enchants with it. Especially if you have Herculean on it, you can catch really cool stuff like this big Midas Mosasaurus, which, I mean, it's just a cool enchant. But now for the one that I recommend literally anyone who plays Fish to get, because you need enchant relics, especially exalted enchant relics. And yes, I'm talking about the rod of the exalted one. Not only is it actually, it's a pretty good rod with really high luck and can catch megalodons, but this one gives you a 2.5 higher chance to catch an exalted relic anytime you fish. So it's usually a 1 in 2,000 chance to catch an exalted relic, but with this one, it is only a 1 in 800 chance, making it a lot better. If you guys want to see that, I have a full guide to get that one in the top right as well. Now, real quick, we have to talk about the crystallized rod, because if you do not have the crystallized rod, it is literally impossible to, first of all, get crystallized enchant relics, and second of all, literally get anything that's crystallized. You need this rod. It is 100% required. But yeah, this one is also kind of complicated to get, but it's also in my Rod of the Exalted one tutorial. So if you guys want to watch that, The last one I recommend for a stacked inventory is the Kraken rod. I only say this because it can give the Tentacle Surge mutation. Also, this rod's just pretty cool. Like, if you have this one, you kind of have a little bit more aura. You just got like tentacles following you. Oh yeah, this one's very simple to get. You just have to get it in Atlantis. Very, very easy, but you have to fully unlock Atlantis, which it requires 2 players. I know some of y'all are going to complain, but hey, you actually don't need to get this rod at all. We're actually going to go over the money route first, because this one has completely changed. It used to be a completely different game in getting money, but now that there is a new $15 million rod that is the best money rod in the game, it is completely different. The way you get money in this game is just, oh my goodness, it changed so much. But yeah, from the Rod of the Depths, the first rod I suggest you guys to grind for is the Zeus rod. The Zeus rod is one of the best money-making rods in the game right now. I'll just go ahead and show you it, you guys, real quick. As you see, it has very high lure speed, pretty good luck, control, resilience, infinite max kg. But the best thing about this rod is that it has a high chance to get an electric shock mutation every time you catch a fish. To be 100% honest, it is a 10% chance, but over time, just if you spend a lot of time fishing, it really adds up. And every time you get an electric shock mutation, it makes your fish worth 3.5 times more than it originally was. So if you sell a fish for 10,000, but you have this mutation on it, it'll sell for 35,000, which just makes it a crazy enchant. But yeah, I recommend using that rod with seaweed and also getting the steady enchant on it just to catch fish faster. And if you guys didn't know how to get this rod, you literally just have to go behind, not this statue, but you have to find the Zeus statue in Atlantis, which is actually right here. And you can get this rod 100% solo. The Kraken rod you actually can't get solo, which we will be talking about that later in the video. It is not one of the best money rods, so we'll not be going over that right now. But basically, you just have to complete these 2 puzzles. They're not that hard. And then at the end, you can just go inside of that room and purchase the Zeus rod. It costs 1.7 million credits, so I know it's a long grind, but if you fish in the Abyssal Zenith or the Veil of the Forgotten, you will 100% get there really fast. And then you guys, once you get the Zeus rod, grind up 15 million. Yes, the next rod you need is 15 million credits. I don't even have it yet. I have 10 million credits. Once I get 15 million, I'm going to get this rod because it is the best one in the game for money. I actually will pull it up right now on the wiki. As you guys can see, it is called the Ethereal Prism rod. It is 15 million credits. You can buy it in the comm zone. So once again, watch my tutorial if you don't know how to get there. And look at this. It all catches have a 50% chance to get the Prismized mutation, which is 8 times multiplier. That means every time you catch a fish that costs 5,000, there is a 50% chance it will double up to 8 not 8. What am I saying? 40,000. That's just insane. But yeah, once you get that rod, I recommend steady and seaweed bait. And that is really the money route. If you guys get that final rod, you will be able to get money the fastest possible way in the entire game, especially if you fish in the Veil of the Forgotten or the Abyssal Zeniths. Anyways, guys, now for the XP route, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to go for. And actually, that's what I went for. But dude, now it is way easier. I mean, all you need to do if you have the Rod of the Depths right now is literally get this one rod called the Challenger's Rod, which to be honest, I really thought I bought it, but I guess I didn't. So I will just pull it up on the wiki real quick. This is a really good XP rod, especially because every fish you lure has a 20% progress speed modifier, meaning it's 20% faster no matter what. And yes, this rod costs 2.5 million, but remember, if you grind with the Rod of the Depths, you can get there. And yeah, if you get clever on this rod, and the best fishing spot for XP right now is the Challenger's Deep, specifically at night, but just the Challenger's Deep. And you do that with clever, with the Challenger's Rod, in the Challenger's Deep, you will get to max level very quickly. And yes, that's the only rod right now you need to get max level and eventually get the Seraphic rod. If you've made it all the way to the end of the video, first of all, subscribe. Second of all, congratulations, because you now know everything you need to know to become an absolute pro in fish, whether that means to you making money, catching really cool fish, or just reaching level 1000, which is currently the max level in the game. But yeah, I really hope this guide actually helped you, and if it did, make sure to leave a like, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace!